Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here. Okay, if you can hear me, kindly put 2 in the chat. If you can hear me, put 2 in the chat. We're about to start. And if you are watching me from Twitch and Kick, this is my first streaming. Also, let me know where you are viewing me from. Is it on YouTube? Is it from Twitch? Or is it from Kick? And today will be an awesome stream. Also, if you can see my chat, can you let me know? All right, put 1 in the chat if you can hear me and you can see my screen. You can see my screen, you can hear me. Put 1 in the chat. Okay, thank you. From South Africa, I can see Como, right? Komosto Sibaya. Sorry if I butcher your name. Sorry, I appreciate your time here. Thank you. And you say you're from South Africa. How is South Africa? And by the way, I'm streaming from Nigeria. We are going to start shortly. Today, I'm not just going to go give you the analysis. I will tell you why I feel the market will do what it's going to do. I can see someone from Poland in the chat. Jarek from Poland. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I appreciate. Today will be awesome, okay? Now, what I want to talk about today is the reason why the market moves the way it is. And I know many of you have a different perspective why the market move. And one of those ways is you look at market structure. Put it in the chat if you think that the market moves using market structure. Put it in the chat. If you believe the market is moving, bullish and bearish movement are as a result of market structure, can I get a 5 in the chat? Because today I'm going to change your perspective of trading. That is if you don't know what I'm about to say already. And that is the way to profitability. That is the way to become more profitable trading Forex market. Let me have that 5 in the chat if you believe market structure move the market. Okay? So today will be very sweet. It's my first time streaming on other platform apart from YouTube. So I'm excited as well. So just give me a couple of minutes. I will start immediately. By the way, the market is bullish on gold. Bullish. I bought gold yesterday. This morning also I am buying gold. I will include it in my Telegram channel, my trades. Okay. So make sure you join the Telegram channel. The link is in the description. So many of us, when we started trading, we believed that the market move like this, right? For a downtrend, we have lower lows, lower highs. And that for you to continue, you have to wait for market to come and test something in here, maybe order block or support and resistance, okay? And then we continue pushing down, all right? This is good, but this is not why the market move. If you have been following me for a while, you understand that I don't do market structure when I'm analyzing the market. And I've been doing that for over 1 to 2 years now. Okay? And then for a bullish movement, we believe that the market goes up like this. Higher highs and higher lows. This is what we believe, right? But what if I told you that this is not what moved the market? This is not what moved the market. All right? And that is what I want to teach you today, aside from telling you that the market is bullish. Okay? And I will explain to you why we are bullish on gold. Okay? So which one should I do first? Should I show you the reason why the market move, or I show you the analysis? Okay, first of all, let's take a look at this. We are in the month of February, okay? And then what I trade is the order flow. I use the order flow in line with the opening price strategy, all right? I use the opening price strategy to determine my support and resistance area, okay? Then I use order flow to see what the candles are telling me. Like if I look at this candle, I don't get much information with only this candle. But by the time I apply order flow to it, gives me more understanding. Like for example, looking at this candle here, we have a kind of hammer candle, bullish candle. But from what I can see from the cumulative volume delta, sellers were pushing this market down. Okay? Now the question is, why is the price not going down if there are a lot of sellers? These are the things you ask yourself. Now, when you look at this candle, you think the buyers are in control. There are 4 participants in the market. So before I go there, you see this on my left. This is the monthly profile for February that is being built up. And also, as it stands now, this is the weekly profile as well, because it's the first week. I used to have the weekly profile here, but since we are in the first week, both the weekly profile and the monthly profile will print the same thing. I don't need to put more things on my chart. So what I did here is to put in, this is the value area low, is around the opening price here. If you are out of my follower on YouTube, you understand what I say. When I say opening price, you know what I mean. I've been doing a lot of videos on that. Okay, so we have this area the same level with this. So I was waiting for the market to come down in here. Apart from, I took a kind of intraday yesterday and then went to bed. I came back. I woke up this morning. I see market has already touched that area. So I took my entry at the close of this candle. Okay. Now, the kind of trade I take swing trades. So I'm willing to hold this trade for longer, at least till the order flow tells me otherwise. So I want to hold this more than a day, more than 2 days, okay? So that I can use that. This should be the beginning of the move, bullish move for gold. If not, I will see it in the other flow. So my first point of observation is very high. Yeah. Okay. When price gets to this point, I want to see the daily candle close above that value area high to give me confidence that yes, we want to start pushing up. If it rejects, there's always a tendency for it to come back down, and then there will be a rotation. So there's always a tendency for the market to rotate between these two lines here. So coming back to why market move, let me quickly give you a quick tutorial on that. The reason why the market move is called the auction market theory. Auction market theory. AMT. Auction stands for market, T stands for theory. Now, this is very simple to grasp because once you know this, once you understand the philosophy, gauging the direction and knowing where to enter becomes easier. Obviously, you have to practice and then get accustomed with most of the tools. So, the market have only two phases: the balance area and the imbalance area. These are the little things. Market move from level of balance to imbalance. From level of balance to imbalance. Before a market can move, it has to seek balance here. Or some people call it fair price. Okay? From your market structure, this is consolidation. From supply and demand, this is consolidation. This is the base. Rally-based rally. Drop-based drop. Okay? All of those terms are the same thing. They are auction market theory. Okay? Now, what this means is that when the market moves, let's say this is a new market. Market moves. Once it moves through imbalance, this consolidation here is called the balance. The balance market, fair price. So this place, okay, is the key. This aspect of the market is where the big banks, top players, hedge funds, these are where they do their business. If BlackRock, for example, wants to buy gold, if BlackRock wants to buy gold or JP Morgan wants to buy gold, they're going to do their business here. Because they have huge volume, a lot of lot size of gold that they need to buy, they can't put everything in the market or using market order. They won't get filled. They'll be filled partially. So what they do is to bring in into the market little by little and build their orders. They're going to build their orders within this range. Once the order is built, the market moves. They cannot be buying here, because they will get it at a wrong price and the profit margin will not be big. So when you see area of consolidation, This is called balanced market. Then after that balance, it moves to imbalance. And then it seeks for balance again. Okay? You see something like this before it moves. Now, if the market wants to come down, it's also going to create fair price where the big players will build their position and then they move. The question is, when market moves, where is it moving to? The market is moving to another area of balance. For example, if this market move up from up here to this point, this is where the market will stop for a while. It will stop here for a while. If possible, it reverses from there. Okay, this is the auction market theory, because the market is a two-way auction. Just like you want to go and buy auction on a car, for example, or a building, you see someone asking 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, people bid. But in the financial market, is a two-way auction. Both buyers and sellers are bidding. And that takes us to what you are seeing here. This is the depth of the market. Okay, we have the bid and we have the ask. The numbers you see here are the lot size at different price where people are willing to sell. These are limit order. That takes us to the participants of the market. Who are the participants of this market? Who are involved in the forex market or the financial market, futures market? Right? So we have four kind of people. We have the aggressive buyers, and we have the aggressive seller. Now, aggressive are simply those who buy using market order. Like you and I, most of the time, we buy using market order. Oh, I want to buy gold. You click buy. Once you click buy on gold, that is the market execution, right? In that case, whoever is buying and selling using market order, we call them aggressive buyers and sellers. If I make sense, put in the chat if I make sense. My friend from South Africa is saying, which platform is this? This is the ATAS platform. ATAS is an order flow platform that allows you to see the order flow. Okay, I'm going to show you a lot of tools on this stream. I'll be doing the stream regularly, sharing different tools that you can use to gauge the direction. Who is winning in this race, in this battle? Who is leading? Okay, and you can only do that using order flow platform like ATAS. There are other platforms, but ATAS is my #1 choice. I know you will talk about TradingView. TradingView is not as powerful as the order flow platforms that I know. Okay, I will come to that, but first of all, let's try to understand who the market participants are. Because the moment you know this, you train yourself to know who is in control. Okay, I have someone here says New Year. Is this Bookmap? Yeah, this is not Bookmap, but Bookmap is also another flow tool which is also powerful in terms of knowing the liquidity in the market. This is ATAS. All right, this is ATAS. The chart, the TradingView data leads are slow. From brokers, yeah, not really. They are just TradingView gets their information from the broker they are linked to. Why these order flow platforms, they get their data from the exchange, like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, and every other exchanges. Like in the crypto market, they get it directly from the crypto exchange, like Binance, Bybit, and the rest. So they're getting the data from the exchange. Okay, but TradingView is getting it from a broker. Okay, different broker will give them different information, which to me, I cannot rely on that information. And that is why I use ATAS. And I said, please, is the gold that you are analyzing? Yes, I will analyze gold and any other instrument you want me to analyze, okay? But I trade mainly gold and then NASDAQ. I trade NASDAQ. I can trade anything if I see the setup, but most times gold gives me what I want. So I mostly focus on gold. But what I'm showing you can be applied to any market. Okay? Okay. Arun says, is this one free? Well, they have a free version, just that the free version, you will have 15 minutes delay in the data feed coming in. Okay? But if you have a futures account and the broker have a kind of partnership or integration with ATAS, you can still use ATAS to do your analysis. Link it to your broker. But I would recommend you to have the full power of ATAS. Forex is a business, so you have to treat it as a business. Okay? So try. There's free 14 days. If you use the link in the description, you can try for free for 14 days. Okay? Use that 14 days to understand the platform. If this is what you want, I can tell you after 14 days, you'll be looking for ways to subscribe and use it. Especially if you are with me live. Okay? For me to show you how to use those tools is a beautiful thing to have. Even on TradingView, it's not the premium version of it on TradingView. You pay money, is on that premium. You don't get this because they get kind of pay for this information. They pay for this data feed coming in, so it's not free. There's free version though, 15 minutes delayed, but it is not. You can get it 100% working if you are trading cryptocurrency. If you are trading Bitcoin, you don't need to pay. Just connect ATAS to your to Binance or Bybit, and up you go. All this info, you get it for free. Okay? At Alex, I don't understand. Alex Matt. What do you mean by that, Aaron? Yes, he is at Alex Max 55. Okay, how do I use it? No problem. I will get to that, okay? I will show you how to get the 14 days free and what you need to do to enjoy free data. Use that as free for 14 days, which is like 10 business days, okay? So let's go back. I will come back to the chart, but let's go back to understanding the market. This is the most important thing for now. As I said, make sure you are with pen and paper, okay? To jot down. When you see my live stream, it will be different from others. I'm going to teach you Forex, futures, financial market, how to trade. So always jot down something. Or maybe if you have time, you come back and watch the live stream again. Yeah, okay. Okay, boss. Okay. Now, let's go back. Put in the chat if you are following me. The first part of the market participant are the aggressive traders. Put in the chat, please. Yes, 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 in the chat that you understand what I'm saying before I move on, because I was teaching and then I came to the chat to respond to questions. So let me know in the chat if you understand what I mean by the aggressive trader being the first set of people. And there are two, buyers and seller. Put yes in the chat for me. Okay, I will continue. Now, the second part of those traders are passive buyers and passive sellers. Why are they passive? They are passive because they use limit orders. They don't use market orders to enter the market. They place limit order. Like looking at this market depth of the market, the numbers you are seeing here are simply limit orders on the bid. These are limit order on the ask. The ask here simply means they want to sell at this price. And how many contracts are they selling? How many lot size? 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and so on. Then at this price below, these are people who want to buy below the current price. And this year are where you see the big players. Most of them, they put in limit order to accumulate their orders gradually. For example, if BlackRock wants to buy 100 lot size of gold, for example, they won't come out with 100 at once or 1,000 lot size. No, they won't do that. They'll bring in 10, 20, 20, 10. They will spread it. And where are they spreading it? Within the balanced area. So once they accumulate, you see market pushing. Okay? So these are the participants of the market. Now, our duty is to understand. You have to now start thinking using the order flow tools to gauge what is happening at this price. Who is in control? And that is where most of these tools will help you. So let's go back to the chart and look at how did I know that the buyers are in control. Now, if you come back here, let me bring this up. This movement from here to here, you can see market is coming down from this point. And by the way, I pointed out this level that it's going to react. The market is going to react from here. That's why I see this rectangle there. And it pushed down, then, but we are bullish. Now, when I say we are bullish, that, for example, in your market structure, this is a bullish market, right? This pullback doesn't mean it is bearish. So sometimes when I say market is bullish, we can give room for a pullback like this, okay, to some area where we can buy. All right. So now let's look at what happened here. The indicator below here is called the CVD. Okay, cumulative volume delta. CVD stands for cumulative volume delta. What does it do? It shows the delta. Delta simply means your ask minus bid. Okay? Aggressive buyer, people who are buying, minus the aggressive seller. Okay? Now, if when a buyer buys, he buys into the ask. Okay? That's how it works. When you have this limit order, if there's no aggressive buyer or aggressive seller, the market will not move. Okay? So you need an aggressive buyer to accept this price. Yeah? All of this will go. So if someone that is aggressive comes in with 10 lots, what happens is going to buy up all of this up to 10 till it's filled up. Okay? So now, when this market is coming down, you can see the red candle here shows aggressive seller. The buy candle here shows aggressive buyer. All right. Now, what can you see here? When the market was coming down, most times, if you see a bearish candle, we should see a bearish CVD, because it tells you a bearish candle simply means, oh, sellers are in control, right? But that is a lie. If you are using only candlesticks, you will not understand what I'm about to show you here. Now, when you look at this candlestick, you see it is positive. In your mind, you will say, okay, buyers reject the price from the buyers off. It's red. Even this current one that is happening is red. That means sellers are still trying to bring the market down. The question is, why is the market not coming down? This is where the other flow tool will help you. Why is this market not coming down if a lot of people are selling aggressively? Do you know? Put in the chat if you know. Okay, my friend says I like to scalp. I will show you a good way to scalp, okay? Scalping is good, but swing trading is rest of mind. Okay? So the question is, if people are selling aggressively, why is the market not going down? Put in the chat. Why is this candle buy candle, but this from the CVD, the information we have is that a lot of sellers were involved here, but why is price not going down? Why is it not showing us a bearish candle? Yeah, I agree with you. Scalping help to build small account. Yes. Yes. Okay, say volume. Okay, volume is the reason why it's not coming down. But the volume, yeah, a lot of traders, if a lot of traders are selling, that means there's a lot of sell volume. So why is it not coming down? Big banks buying, yes. But let me tell you how you know that they are the big banks or the big players are here. Now you are getting it just because you understand that, okay, from this information now, people are selling, but price is not coming down. That means big buyers are there. Good one. Now let me explain so that it becomes clearer for you. Okay? Now, as aggressive sellers were selling, when they sell, they eat where? They bid, yeah. If I want to sell, I will, my counter trader, the person that will sell to me will be this, whoever is placing a bid in the limit order. These are the people that if you click sell, you get matched with them here. Now, as a lot of people were selling aggressively down, there was a big limit order here. Or probably from any price here. Big limit order. Let's assume all the total sell was 100 contracts, for example. But when it got here, there were 300 buy contracts. So no matter how much you keep selling, you can't consume 100 cannot take up 300. So 300 is way bigger than this 100. That is why there's a wall. There's a wall in here. And I'm going to show you how to use the depth of the market to understand this concept I'm showing you. Big banks have placed in 300 lot size here, for example. Okay? Just to help you to understand. That is why no matter, even though you from 120 to 150 keep selling, they keep selling aggressively against the buyers in the market order. Market is not going down because there's a big limit order here. And it is absorbing those sellers. And that is what they call absorption in order flow trading. Absorption. It's very, very important when you want to make money, especially buying from reversal. Absorption. If it makes sense, let me know in the comment section, please. In the chat, let me know if it makes sense so I can continue. Does it make sense? 150 lots coming in aggressively, will it be able to overpower 300 lots? That is the big banks putting their orders at different prices. If they cannot, CVD will show you sellers are aggressive, but price is not going through. When that happens, that is absorption. It means price want to push up. So once they finish placing in their 300, what happened? Price will start pushing up. And that's what it is here. That is exactly why price is pushing up. And then you don't just look at this absorption at any level, okay? You look at it at key levels. If you are not looking at it at the value area low or value area high, you can look at it from the opening price. Yes, they have big, big lots. They don't put it at once. They accumulate. They stack their orders. So that is why you see price moving up. So I'm expecting, like right now, they are building orders here. They are building orders here. I'll show you. They are building orders here in order to push higher. Okay, remember, you can't move to area of imbalance without area of balance. UD, good morning. So, they have absorbed the aggressive sellers in here. So we should expect price to move. And this is the 4 hour frame. You should expect price to push higher. At least up to this value area high. And there you can see we have reversal opening price there. If you don't know reversal opening price, you don't know the value area high, I've done videos on my YouTube channel, which you can join the YouTube channel and then search out these topics and then consume it. Exactly, that will be a key level. So when you see this happening, what we need to do with this information is that once you see absorption happening, we have to find a way to join the big players and then push up. Okay, we have to join them and then push up. Now, another way you can look at absorption is when there is a divergence. Because absorption is virtually most of the signals that I look for. Aside from reading the DOM, this DOM reading is mainly for scalping. And then maybe if price is at the level and I am bullish, I can read the DOM to know if market will continue going higher. If I see a big seller coming in, I can take partials. All right, I can take partials if I see big sellers absorbing the move up. I can see that happening here. Now let me show you absorption, more on absorption. They move down. Now take a look at this. You can see how market was pushing up. See this candle, this red candle. Look at there's blue, green. Aggressive buyers were buying. Aggressive buyers were buying. Buyers were buying. Market was coming down. What is that telling you? There's a sell limit order that is absorbing all those aggressive buy. Simple. You can't get this information looking at the candlestick alone. So if you are bullish here, like me, when I saw that, I was bullish on this pair. When I saw that, I ended my trade. Because this was the all-time high territory. I ended my trade, my bullish trade, and then I positioned myself for a short. Okay? Because I remember I was doing this live, and I said there was orders coming in here, which I want to see the outcome at the end of the day. And lo and behold, the market went lower. So same thing is what we are observing. As you can see here too, the same thing. Price push up, the same thing. I don't know why spammers will take opportunity of this. I know this from Twitch. Putting in unnecessary link. You guys should be very careful of spammers, okay? Be very careful. The only links are the approved links in the description. If I want to put a link in the chat, I'm going to announce it, and you're going to see my name, the channel name in that link, okay? Do not fall victim, please. So let's go on. So this market, I am bullish on this market. I've already taken the trade. I'm in this trade, and hopefully I will hold it for days. If the market can give me a close above the value area high at the end of Friday, definitely we are bullish. There are ways you can use the market profile, the volume profile. So this tool you are seeing here is the volume profile. Okay, it's a volume profile. Now, let me show you that orders are going on in here. If I pick this tool and pick market profile, just from here to here. 1 minute. From here to here. The golden region are the area where 70% of volumes are traded. As you can see, there are a lot of volumes traded here. These are where they are consolidating, building their orders. And from what I can see, they are building their orders to push price upward. Okay, and if you look at the dome, you can see that we have more placement in the bid, less in the ask. Though we have 4 here, 4 and 3 is quite big. But let's see if they will hold at 99.6. Now, sometimes don't get fooled with this. Sometimes there's what they call spoofing. They put in a big order and then remove it when price is getting close. So you don't really put more effort. What I want to see is when price come down, the 4 is still there. I will see what happens there, if it's going to absorb that particular orders coming in. Sometimes if it consumes the 4, it moves on. Okay? 4 is not that big. Okay, you can see 4, 3, 4, 3. Sellers wants to come in big there, but there's nothing. Okay? So if you have someone is giving me a big thumbs up in the chat. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we are expecting price to move higher. Now, another way for you to know absorption is to look at divergence. You can see market coming down, even in the 4-hour time frame, but it's going up here. Bullish candle, bearish. Bullish candle, bearish. Aggressive seller are trying to sell, but a roadblock is blocking them. Something is blocking them. That is how you understand that there's a passive trader somewhere in those prices, putting limit order. We understand the aggressive trader. We are going to see them in the CVD. The passive trader, we are going to interpret them once you see that CVD is down, the market is going up. You know that there's a passive buyer absorbing those things. All right. Now, there's a particular tool also. It shows you when big players are also coming into the market, buying aggressively, which is the big trades. You can see the big trades there. This dot simply means big players are, you can put the settings the way you want, then use that to analyze and interpret. I'm going to do a separate video on big trades. I'm still looking for a way to make it clear for you. Okay? If you have any question, put in the chat and make sure you join the Telegram. Join the Telegram. All right. Last week, the market was bearish, but for me, I think the bearish move is over. We should have a close above value area high very soon. If not this week, next week. Because there's order moving. Now, when you are in the market and you don't see the market moving, this is another thing I need to tell you. You are buying, you already bought maybe for a swing, and you notice the market is not moving. It's because orders are being built there. There are a lot of volume. People, the big banks are accumulating their orders also, so as not to miss the move. They are the one that will push the move anyway. Okay? Let's take a look at NAS. Even though I was to look at only gold, let's take a look at NAS. And by the way, I trade on the Forex broker. So I use ATAS for my analysis. I don't trade futures because of where I am located. Most top futures broker do not accept Nigerians. So I'm not willing to use any kind of broker just because they offer Nigerians futures account. All right. Until, oh, no, not that. That will not equity. I need indices. Yeah, CME data. Good. So that is what I'm looking for. Okay, you have to give it a minute for it to load. So there's a beauty when you catch gold at the lows and then you are targeting the all-time high. It's always beautiful. A beautiful swing trade. Maybe one of these days I will make a video, a live stream on scalping, how you can scalp, and I will use the dome of the market dome, depth of the market. These are powerful tools, beautiful, powerful tools that candlestick alone can never show you. You can see a candlestick showing you a sell candle, but you don't know that there are a lot of buyers in there. A lot of buyers are there. And you sell. You now ask yourself, why is the engulfing candle not working? Why is the shooting star not working? Why is this not working? Someone is haunting my stop loss. When you start using order flow, you will not be saying things like that again. Is it the CME data? Yeah, this is CME data. Okay. This market is, I don't know, the market is bearish. But let's see what we can do. So first of all, let me take off this profile. Like, first of all, let's look at the profile first. Okay. As I said in one of my YouTube videos, when you have a close below a weekly profile on the daily, their market is bearish. Now, take a look at this. This is the weekly profile last week. This is the weekly profile. We have this daily close. And that was this move. Even though it happened within that week, we have a close above it, but it closed back in. Okay. As a result of that, you look for bullish trades. But once the market ends and then you have a close below, you just simply sell. Now, the reason why the current market is not trustworthy is because others are still coming in. This could have happened on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. The best one is waiting at the market close and then you get a break below. Okay, like on Friday. Most times, if Friday breaks below, beautiful. Okay, so that few pips up, you can simply catch your trade. All right. So this one now, you can see market has come down below. Now we are trading back in. That could be a false breakout. But the down below, it simply means we are still bearish here because we still have this close below. So probably at this opening price, market might get there and then sell. By the time I put in volume profile from this top to this low here, you're going to see where you are going to look for entries. Okay, one of those areas, I can see this place, we have high volume nodes here. Even this level, this place here is a good place to look for sell. Then from there, because we have high volume nodes as well, and then their value area low, a break and retest is what you can expect. Okay, so you can see how, looking at the volume profile alone, I am analyzing the market. Now let's look at the CFD. You can see sell, buy, aggressive buyers. The market is coming down. Okay, the limit orders are consuming it, pushing the price lower. Buy, aggressive sellers, buyers are still buying, but there's a limit order somewhere here that will consume all of this. Maybe at the end of today, I will not be surprised if market continue going lower at the end of today, because what I'm seeing here, is absorption coming in place. Okay, absorption is coming. Had it been, we have sell, and then we have blue candle coming in. So that means buyers are trying to absorb the price at certain levels. Okay. XAU USD is what I just analyzed. This is NAS 100, NASDAQ, NQ. For those of you that trade futures, NQ, NASDAQ. And this is coming from CME. Okay. Because the banks, now the reason why you need to trust this data is this. The banks, they are obligated to give reports of their trading activity every day, every week. They have to submit their report. Okay, so that means you have to rely on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange to give you all this information. All right. So I'm going to take off the market profile here. Another thing you need to look at is there's what we call the VWAP. I only use the VWAP. I don't use any of VWAP. Okay. Now, if I take a look at this, the only rejection we have is this level. Okay. Let's look at the weekly. Do we have that level on the weekly level as well? If we do, that will be very interesting to see. Okay. This level is also on the weekly. Also a weekly level. We should see more buyers coming in very soon. Now let's look at the 4-hour. Okay. Now, using my opening price, I want to see market close above this level here. If I get a close above, buyers should be able to come in and take control. Once we get a close above that, buyers, we can see we have strong sell there, which this is what you should be doing. When price gets here, you sell. However, that failure happen and I close, I'll switch my stand to bullish. So right now, this is the area where you can be selling from. We have the high volume nodes there. All right, price is pushing up. As the buyers are in control, they're pushing it up. But once it gets here, you see buyers coming in, but a red candle might show absorption. So these are the key to understanding market profile, to understanding how to trade the market. Automatic theory. Where are they consolidating? I want to be part of them there. So that when they push the price, you are in. You can use a kind of let's assume you have this volume profile, yeah? Value area high, value area low. within the lower time frame, for the person that's looking for scalping opportunity, scalping within the lower time frame, if you have a close in the 5 minutes or maybe 1 minute, you can quickly buy for a few points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 points, 5 points, depending. And join them once you have a close above it. This could be 15-minute profile or 1 hour profile. Okay, you have 5-minute close above it. So go back, test this idea. A quick scalp, stop loss below that candle that close above. Go you're scalping for how many point move. And I will also show you how to use that with the DOM of the market. Okay. So if you are enjoying this, if you enjoyed this class, put it in the chat, please. Let me have my accolades. So to recap, right? Gold, we are bullish on gold. As you are still pushing up, we are bullish on gold. You can see people are trying to sell, aggressive sellers, which is a retailer. Okay, I am also I'm a retail trader, but I'm using these institution tools. I can see what they can see. That is the beauty of this. I can see what they can see. They are selling. Most of the people selling are aggressive sellers, which are the retail. The retail traders are selling. Yes, market is bearish, yes, but for me, I've known that it has changed. It has changed to bullish. Okay? So that keeps that, and I won't blame them. Who won't sell around there? Who is not going to sell? Who is not going to sell? I can see they sold, but it's not going far. It's selling from there. The price is coming back up, absorbing all these buyers. Once they are absorbed, you see probably a close above that, and then we start flying up into area of imbalance. So let's watch and see. I might be wrong, but I can tell you that 70% of the time, I don't want to quote a big number, but 70% of the time, what I'm showing you here plays out. All right. So if you want to learn this also, you can join the Telegram and then chat me up. I'm doing a kind of rebranding of my website. It's down at the moment. I'm doing a kind of rebranding so that we give a professional touch to it, and then I help as many people who want to be helped. So if that is you want me to help you to be your mentor, to show you, hold you by the hand, and most times you join me and then we trade. Just join the Telegram. The link is in the description. And then send me a message. You go to the info, you're going to see my handler on Telegram. So send me a private chat and then we talk about it. So thank you guys for your time. I appreciate this. As time goes on, I'll be doing this live stream maybe twice a day. But let me get used to it first. Let me get used to. But as I'm speaking to you, I'm still very sleepy. I'm still very sleepy. I woke up very early. I couldn't go back to bed. So that's the result of that. Luckily, when I woke up, I checked my phone. I saw the way price was. I have to move into my office and then put on the laptop. I can see the cumulative volume delta. I can't see that on the phone. Okay, there are some things you can't do with your phone. You need a trading station. And you're going to get there. All right, thank you. I appreciate try and share this video, like, subscribe. For some reason, YouTube refused to push my videos for some reasons. So anyhow, I don't really care about it. When they are ready to push, they will push. But you guys should try and share it. Okay, my voice break up. Okay, thank you for giving me the update. Maybe I moved away from the mic, or it could be the streaming. All right, thank you for that. I will see what happened. I'm going to. You can also take the replay. Okay, if you didn't get what I said, check the replay. And maybe because my microphone, I was moving about. Okay, sorry about that. So maybe Saturday I will do a live stream as well. Let us analyze the market again, okay, for the coming week. And this time on Saturday I will look at different pairs: Euro USD, Pounds USD, gold, silver, oil. I'm going to look at a lot of things, okay. And then for the scalper, I'm going to work on a strategy that I can give to you to start backtesting and implementing, so that you make your money. But I will encourage you to also have some position for swing. You have rest of mind. Swing trading is very beautiful. You are going to have a rest of mind. All right, you have time for other things. Like someone like me, I can't scalp. I have other things lined up. But once I have, like yesterday, I scalped. I was able to sit on my chart. I was scalping and doing intraday trading as well. But I'm very flexible, okay? And you have to be flexible too. Don't say, oh, I'm a scalper alone. No, don't say I'm a swing trader alone. The reason why I like the swing trade, like sometimes things happens within your life that takes you off the screen most times. But if you have a trade already in break even, and you can keep holding it, and as long as you know that the market is still in that direction, hold it, hold what you need to do, come back. All right. That is why I love swing, because there was a point I was very busy. All right. And I was still trading. But if I was to be a scalper, I would not even have time for it. All right. So that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Now, before I go, this green line, the point of control, it serves as what magnet is going to attract the price to that point. So if you are a scalper, you can find a way within your lower time frame and look for a way to catch this small move here. Point of control simply means the area, the price level where volumes are traded most. So it serves as a magnet if you attract price to that level. All right, bye-bye. Okay, thank you. Sound good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.